It is 6:53 on this Wednesday morning. We want to recap a few of your top stories. Providence City Council President Sabina Matos is now putting forward 3 ordinances and 2 resolutions geared toward making the nightlife scene safer.
This after a number of violent incidents at several Providence nightclubs over the summer. Measures include things like prohibiting new 2 a.m. liquor licenses near residential neighborhoods and having surveillance cameras at exits and entrances. City Council will take these new measures up for discussion at its next meeting.
The House Judiciary Committee is holding its first public impeachment hearing today. This comes after the House Intelligence Committee approved a report of the investigation into President Trump's dealing with Ukraine, concluding that the president sought to misuse his office for personal and political gain. Providence City Council also forging ahead with a vote on tax breaks for a new hotel downtown. As we reported last week, the Council Finance Committee voted to indefinitely postpone a tax stabilization agreement for the Hotel Hive project. 8 councilors, though, have now signed what's called a discharge petition, allowing them to force the bill from committee for a full vote. That vote's scheduled to take place tomorrow. The hotel would be built in the historic vacant buildings on Westminster Street. They used to house the Providence Journal.
Governor Raimondo has announced some big changes to her staff. Senior advisor David Ortiz will be the governor's new chief of staff. Governor's current chief of staff, Brett Smiley, will take over as acting head of the Department of Administration. Former Senate Majority Leader Dan Connors joining the governor's administration as her new senior advisor. Senate President Dominic Ruggiero says he expects the governor to submit a nominee to take over as the director of administration after the new year.
State House and their annual tree lighting ceremony scheduled for tonight, but there is backlash over this year's tree because it is an artificial one. The choice sparking outrage among members of the state's Christmas Tree Growers Association. Some of them are calling this a slap in the face to local tree farmers. We'll have continuing coverage of this throughout the day. And those are your top stories on this Wednesday morning. You can always check for updates on our news app or WPRI.com.